What is Zillow Flex? So if you're just hearing about this, I just heard about it too. So I wanted to make a quick video and go over some of the pros and cons of Zillow Flex, tell you exactly what it is, and then tell you at the end of the video if I'm gonna be signing up for this or if I'm gonna skip it completely. So let's jump right into the video. What is Zillow Flex? If you're a real estate agent like myself, you're probably in a couple different real estate Facebook forums, a couple different Facebook groups, and you're hearing agents talk all the time about the cost per lead on Zillow and how it's going up dramatically. Agents are complaining, agents are concerned, and a lot of agents have stepped away from the platform completely to buy different lead sources. So Zillow has probably heard about this. This is what I'm guessing based on my speculation, and they came up with a product for it. So Zillow solves problems in the market, and that's how they get paid so much money, and that's how they're so successful at what they do. So they came up with this program called Zillow Flex. What Zillow Flex is it's basically a platform kind of like OpCity has built, where they allow agents to take some of their connections and nurture the leads, and there's a sign-up process. But once that lead closes, you pay a referral fee to the company. So Zillow would take a referral fee at closing of somewhere between 25 and 40%. It looks like that's what it's gonna fall between, depending on what market you're in. I haven't got 100% confirmation on that, but that will give you an idea on how this program actually works. So it does have some benefits and it does have some drawbacks. So let's dive into exactly what those are for you as an agent. That way you can decide if this program's right for you or maybe it's not. All right, so let's cover the positives. So the positives of Zillow Flex, in my opinion, it's simply not putting skin in the game, and you're basically delaying that to a later date. So if you're a newer real estate agent and you're just getting started and you're hooked on the idea of getting involved with inbound leads, well, this might be a good option for you because it's going to give you the option to be able to sign up, get involved, work on converting leads, and not have to pay a ton of money up front to be able to convert those leads. So with that being said, you have less skin in the game, you have less risk, so the lead cost can be a little bit more expensive. So as a new agent, this might be something you want to dive into and, kind of practice, learn, and decide if buying leads is even good for you at all. Because what you're going to be able to do is you get in this at a low risk, you don't have too much skin in the game, and you're going to be able to see how the Zillow platform works. You're going to be able to learn how to convert leads, and you're going to be able to fill a pipeline full of buyers that might end up sending you referrals if they're happy with what you do. And obviously you're going to get paid more on those referrals than you do on the Zillow Flex leads. But it's going to allow you to build a book of business a lot quicker by plugging into a platform like this that's going to be able to give you hot, ready leads to work right away. Now the cons of this program are really simple. It's going to be expensive. So anything in life, there's risk and reward. The more risk you take, typically the more reward you're going to get. So with a program like this, you're not taking much risk. Zillow's taking all the risk. They're giving you their leads in hopes that you're going to convert them and make a sale, which they're going to take more of that pie if you do make the sale because they're putting up all the risk. And in my opinion, that's fine. If they want to take the risk and you want to take the lower compensation for that risk, that might make sense for you. But if you're a agent that's out there and you have a lot of volume, you might not want to do this because it's going to take time away from your clients that you're servicing and you're getting more net commission on, and you might want to spend more time prospecting. So you really have to decide, are you going to benefit from this or are you going to not benefit from this? So the leads are really expensive, and 35% of a lead that you converted, it's much more expensive in some cases than just buying the leads outright. However, I do understand that not all agents have the ability to spend thousands per month buying leads. So those are kind of the two pros and cons. You have to balance it out and see what's right for you. Now let's dive into some of the states that this program has already rolled out in. As of now, this program is available in Connecticut, Colorado, Arizona, and Georgia. Now, obviously, there's a select markets within those states, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of research and find out if your market has this program available at this point in time. So how do you actually get involved with Zillow Flex? Say this is something that you wanna do. Well, the first thing you're gonna have to do is become a Zillow Premier Agent. Once you're a Zillow Premier Agent, you're gonna have to get written permission from your real estate broker to be able to get opted into this program. Now, before you get too comfortable, you can get kicked out of this program. So here are some things to not do so you can stay in this program. Zillow expects you to work every single lead inside of their CRM that they send to you and update notes on a continual basis. They want to know what's going on with the lead that they spent money to acquire that you're currently trying to convert into a sale. So they're going to be checking that, and they want to make sure that you're on top of things. Next is getting good feedback. So Zillow is going to send out customer satisfaction surveys. They do this on a continual basis. They want to make sure that you're taking care of the leads that they sent to you, because the first point of contact was Zillow. The second point of contact was you, which Zillow sent that to you. So they want agents that are working with them to be able to be a good representation of their company. Last but not least, they want to get paid. At the closing, they expect you to send a check their way. They expect you to have the closing attorney cut a check right to the Z. So that's how it's going to work. They want things to be organized. They want things to be in line. And if you're not doing those things, you have the risk or the chance of getting booted out of their program. So you might have noticed my shirt color has changed. So I wanted to come back and dive into and tell you if I'm going to be personally doing this program or if I'm going to skip it completely. So I'm personally not going to be doing this program, but here's why. So as agents, I believe that we should be personally investing in our own skill set and learning how to fish rather than trying to figure out how people can hand us fish, right? Because if you want to have a long-term career and you want to, make this a long-lasting business for yourself, it's so important to learn how to go out there and catch fish. Invest in yourself, learn how to prospect, and there's tools out there that can help you do this. Think about a Mojo Dialer. This is a system that you can get for fairly, it's a little expensive, but it's really not as expensive as buying leads or paying out large referral fees. And you can go out there and you can prospect and you can actually build relationships and build a huge pipeline of motivated home sellers. Now, learning how to do this might take a little bit more time, and it might be a little bit more of a challenge for you than just having a lead handed to you. But you got to keep in mind, when you're working with these big tech companies, anything can change. The way they do business, the way they do business with you, if they decide to start hiring agents, whatever they decide to do, when you choose to play in somebody else's sandbox, you have a lot more risk. And what that basically means is when you're in somebody else's business and you're kind of relying on them to feed your business, you're taking on a lot of risk, because if their business model changes for whatever reason and you don't fit into that box, well, then you're going to get booted out and you're going to have to figure out a solution fairly quickly, because your income could dry up pretty fast. So to avoid that situation completely, you need to invest your time and you need to learn how to fish as a real estate agent and build a profitable business that you can count on your own. So build your own sandbox. Don't go play in other people's sandboxes. Big tech companies are getting into our industry. They're gobbling up market share, and things like this just make it more easy for them to gain market share. Think about the time that Uber went into New York City and took over the taxi industry. They basically built the biggest taxi company in the world without ever employing a single taxi driver. They're all self-employed, but they get the biggest platform and the biggest name. Think about it. When you need a ride, who do you think of? You think of Uber. It's just like Kleenex. It's a big brand. Whenever you think of it, you think of that product. So just be mindful of what you're doing, what you're signing up for. And if you really want to be successful at real estate and you're really in this for the long term, I would highly suggest that you learn the skill set to become a profitable real estate agent that doesn't have to depend on outside platforms. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel. I talk about different things you can do to grow your real estate business and your real estate brand, to create longevity and to create a great long-term real estate empire. So if you like that kind of content, definitely smash the like button and subscribe for more real estate content. Have an awesome day.